Hello everyone, welcome to another virtual phonics lesson. We are going to get straight into this one because it's another one of those tricky sounds that has the same sound but a different spelling. Now I'm going to read you a sentence and it has a word in it with the same sound but both different spellings in it, and I want you to see if you can guess which sound we're going to be focusing on today. The artist taught you how to draw. The artist taught you how to draw. Now what sound can you hear in there? The artist taught you how to draw. Well done if you've said the aw sound. We can hear the aw sound twice. The artist taught you how to draw. Now this is where it gets confusing because we know that there's two different spellings of the aw digraph. Can you remember or guess what different spellings we have of this sound? Well done if you've remembered that we have makes aw. Can I hear you all say that? Aw. But we also have w. Excellent. We have aw and we have aw. Now this is where it gets really tricky, but lucky for us there are some rules that we can learn so that we know when to use the aw sound or this version of the aw sound. Now before we begin that, I want us to go and try tracing it in the air so we have our correct formation of each sound. So let's start with the version of aw. So we start with our and we say aw, aw. One more time, aw. Well done. Now let's move on to getting the correct formation of our w version of aw. Same again, aw, but this time a w instead of an a. Aw. One more time, w makes what sound? Aw. Now I'm going to let you have a close look at these two so that you can get used to what they both look like before we move on. Now, our spelling rule is a little bit tricky because it doesn't work all the time and there are some rule breakers to this sound. Some words are rule breakers, but this is a rule that we can follow most of the time. Now for the spelling of aw, we know that apart from our special rule breakers, this sound is normally seen at the start of a word or in the middle of a word. So I'm going to write that here so that we can remember for later. The spelling is normally, apart from the rule breakers, most of the time at the start of the word or in the middle of the word. And the w spelling of aw is normally at the end of a word or in the middle of a word. Now let's use some examples. So if we have the word August, before I write that down, can you think about where you can hear the aw sound in the word August, and have a think about how you might spell that word if we have August. Remember to think carefully, is the aw sound at the start, middle or the end? August. Well done if you've said the start, and this one is not one of our rule breakers, so it is the because it's a month, it's a capital A. August. Can you say that all together? August. August. Excellent. Now let's try another word. What about claw? Claw. Claw. Where are you hearing the O sound in the word claw? I'll give you a hint, this is not one of our rule breakers. So we have claw. Are you hearing the O sound at the start, the middle, or at the end of the word? Well done if you say the end of the word. So how do you think we're going to spell claw? L and the A W, which makes claw. Can you see the O sound in this word? Claw. Excellent. Now we're going to have a look at the way that we can see, because we can see that both times the A and the awa, they both say the middle. So how can we work out which O sound that we use when we do find a word that has the O sound in the middle? Now this might seem like a silly technique to use, but it's one that will work the more you practice and the more you see these words. So let's take the word launch, and I'll have a here and a here. Now I'm going to write the word down, launch, using both spellings, and we're going to see which one looks like it should be right, because I know that we've seen these words in some of our reading books before, so you might be able to recognise which one is correct. We have launch or launch. Now can you look carefully at both of these spellings of launch and point to the one that you think is correct? Well done if you said the spelling of launch. Now don't worry if you've never seen this word before, because the more books you read and the more times we see these words, the easier they become to spell. So this is the correct spelling of launch. Now let's take another word that has the O sound in the middle. We're going to take drawn. Now I'm going to do the same method as before. Drawn, and I know that lots of you have seen this word before, so you might be able to recognise it straight away. Can you see which spelling is correct out of drawn or drawn? Well done if you've said the with spelling of drawn. Excellent. So this is just a way that if you're writing a story or a sentence and you come across an O or O word, you can just give it a wee write down on a sheet of paper, on a whiteboard, and have a think carefully about which one you think looks best. But don't forget our special rule that a is usually, apart from our rule breakers, the start of a word, and our awa is usually at the end of the word. And we know that we can use this way to help us find out which one to use in the middle of a word. Now it's your turn to go and watch Geraldine Giraffe or an O video. You can go on a little hunt for some O objects around your house or on your walk or in your garden, and then you can go and access the activities on this sound on Seesaw or on Teams. I hope this helped you work out which ones to use for the O sound and the O sound, and I'll see you next time. Bye!